Thanks for that, Ben. And Nathan, as we get to you, fun fact for you, 8 starts ago, Mirage Dancer won the Group 1 Metropolitan. 8 starts ago, Incentivise made its debut in a maiden where he came 9th. And polar opposites.
Yes, and I think he got beaten in a maiden first up this prep. I asked Steve earlier or last week, how did that possibly happen? But it's a funny game racing, isn't it? And I mean, that day that Mirage Dancer, he beat Mugger 2, the All-Star Mile winner, so it was a good race. But I'm looking forward to this because it is a test for this horse that he hasn't yet faced, and I think Southern France is a really interesting runner for him to get by here.
Yeah, there's so much to like about Incentivise. There's so many ticks beside his name. He loves Eagle Farm. He's by an informed sire. His wins at his past starts. There's just a lot to like about this horse. Incentivise, the short price favourite in this one. We've just got a couple more to come in here. Mirage Dancer, of course, Southern France, bringing the quality in this event. But as we heard from Ben, all about Incentivise, the hot horse in this next one, the 6th, as we get to David Fowler.
Racing. Incentivise just threw his head up in the air at the start, but he began on terms with them. And Allen will push forward. Badge of Gameness, a noted leader, leads initially from Incentivise. Meerkat coming up out 3 deep. Behind them early Savvy Oak, and settling in 5th position was Mirage Dancer, one off the rail. Then Romacash over on the inside of Southern France. About 2 or 3 lengths to introduce, and Gaelic settles last of all. 2 boulders, 2 roughies go to the lead as the Tats Cup field goes to the turn out of the straight. It's Badge of Gameness and Meerkat. At least connections can say they were 1st and 2nd the first time around. Incentivise 3rd, Savvy Oak 4th the rail. 2 to Romacash inside of Mirage Dancer. 2 lengths behind that pair was Southern France. 2 to Traduce and a length away Gaelic at the tail end. They work to the back now, just over a mile left to Rana, and Badge of Gameness now moves to a clear lead. He's out by a length and a quarter. Meerkat's in 2nd, a length and a half away 3rd Incentivise. He seems to have settled well for Allen outside of Savvy Oak, who's 4th on the rail. A length and a half away came Mirage Dancer on the outside of Romacash. Southern France was next, and then Traduce, and Gaelic whips them in. No change to the running order, no change to the tempo. It's more than fair as they head along the back straight, 1,300 left to run. Badge of Gameness leads now. Incentiviser. Allen didn't want to sit back there and waste any time. He now goes up outside of Badge of Gameness, and they really put the speed on. They start to really roll with 1,000 metres left to go. Savvy Oak is 3rd, Meerkat back to 4th, Romacash 5th the rail. Then Mirage Dancer, 2 behind them Southern France, about 3 Traduce and Gaelic. He can't keep up, 5 lengths away last of all. The white flag already surrendered. Down the side, 800 left to Rana. Badge of Gameness Incentivise. Now Mirage Dancer is going to make his presence felt. He's going to go up outside of Incentivise and try and give him the eye. And Southern France goes up to 3rd. So the big guns are now 1, 2, 3. Romacash in 4th, then Savvy Oak, followed by Traduce. Badge of Gameness gone. Likewise Meerkat, and forget about Gaelic. Up to the turn now in the Tats Cup and Incentivise. He goes for Homer. Let's see what he can offer in the straight. Let's see what he can do, folks. The margin 4-5 from in 2nd position Mirage Dancer, then Romacash. Southern France just battling away, then Savvy Oak. They've got 200 metres left to run, and Incentivise, he is a mile in front. This is absolutely glorious to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where it will end, but we know it began in the Brisbane winter of 2021. I'll try and get the margin right. 10.5 from either Mirage Dancer or Traduce. Romacash 4th, Southern France, Savvy Oak, and then Gaelic, and then Meerkat, and then Badge of Gameness. Last over the line. That is one hell of an animal.
Wow, what have we just seen there? That was an unbelievable performance by Incentivise. We knew he had ability, but today was a step up. And Nathan, I actually can't believe what we've just seen. Unbelievable.
I said to you, look, it's one thing beating up on the lesser horses, but they served it up to him there at the 500 today, those 2 other horses, and he copped it, and then he just went away from them again. So it's just quite extraordinary, those margins that he's putting on the board, and so exciting for everyone involved. Steve stays in, but those involved going towards the spring. And we really should mention Anthony Allen as well, because he's built a great affinity with this horse. Most likely the horse will have a new rider in the spring, but Steve Tregay has been very loyal to Anthony, who won a stakes race for the stable earlier in his career, and I'm thrilled for Anthony. He rides in the provincials mainly now, and to get on a horse like that, it's great to see.
I really liked Mirage Dancer sort of came up and put the pressure on with that mid-race move, and Incentivise just kept his head in front, but it all could have fallen fallen apart at that point, and it didn't. It just seemed to get better. He was relaxed, and just that acceleration that he can show.
I liked how he absorbed that pressure today, that when it was put to him, it made no difference to him. And as David said, that's one hell of an animal. So those margins, you better tally up and get the abacus out again and see what that margins add up to now after it was 26 the previous 3 and up to 36 or 37 now.
Yeah, and we saw earlier on Vaughan de Clare winning the Tats Cup, and we've seen Incentivise. Of course, Vaughan de Clare went on to win a Melbourne Cup, and based on that performance, you'd have to think that Incentivise was a massive horse to follow for the sprint.